My name is Fatima Hirsi, and I'm a poet in Dallas. Before the pandemic, I did a lot of arts community organizing, and I did a lot of stuff with my typewriter around town, writing poems at events or on the spot for people on the street. And so now I'm at home reading and writing poems. So I'm going to read two from my second chapbook called Everything Good is Dying. And I'm just going to dive right in. Imagined Answers, after William Butler Yeats. 1. My mother is afraid cruel claw and hungry throat wait for me beyond trees. She fears every place away from her will pull the last breath from my lungs. The sun's changing of the leaves to gold signifies a time to turn back, leave coyote sightings for another day. Question: what does it mean to have suckled a thing? Answer: constant fear. 2. The Lovely Bones tells a story about a girl who didn't know she was watched. Someone she knew took her body in his hands and made it past tense. The paradox of pro-life refuses to accept that Black Lives Matter, insists tiny peas growing in wombs are given sunshine and water while offering people in chains pentobarbital. Question: what do you do when a passenger makes you uncomfortable while lifting? Answer: finger the knife beneath your left leg. Unlatch the pepper spray safety. Do not make eye contact in the mirror. Pray your preparation is a surprise. 3. In half-price books, I flipped through a collection of black and white photos. The Invisible Empire. Men in hoods and out of them. Their families. Their wives. Hugging children already versed in hate, God's name everywhere, on shirts, on skin. Each American flag attached to a truck window or flying in a front yard pulls me out of a moment, out of my body. What is pride in a land where one man owned another? Question: why glorify an evil past? Answer: selective memory. Nostalgia. 4. Sometimes I imagine what comes after we die. Lovely bones and dreams that may come show a world where we decide what to do at death. Question: is it all a Rosario Castellanos poem? Answer: yes. Terrible silence. 5. I pray and imagine God responding to my questions. To fly a kite with as much skill as children playing in the park respect the wind. To look at trees without seeing strange fruit. Consider their limbs as they may have been described by dead poets in AP English. All male, all white, all so struck by the blinding beauty of the world. To look around Kroger and not be struck by 53%. Do not think of blood and trees left undescribed by dead poets in AP English. After the waves have lost their melody, there will be peace and peace and peace. No more cruel claws and hungry throats. This last poem is called Gifts for the Water Worshipper in Your Life. A dead starfish to act as their altar's pentagram. Beach sand, seashells, and into SeaWorld, and into Shark Week, and into Nestle, and into golf. A life jacket, a bathing suit, a canoe, a mermaid costume. Blue Planet on DVD. Greatest Hits by Aqua. A spell to bring back the Great Barrier Reef. A book on seafolk mythologies. All the blessings of Yemanja. A dozen lapis lazuli stones. A plant that is not a succulent or a begonia or of the air. A wall decal of an ocean. A water purifier. A rain collector. An end to illegal dumping. A glass boat river tour. A rubber ducky. An end to factory farming. New pipes in Flint, Michigan. Running water in Sand Branch. Universal belief in climate change. A new shower curtain and liner. An end to pesticides and chemical fertilizers. A plumber to fix their leaky faucet. a bracelet made of moon enabling its wearer to move the tides with each flick of the wrist, aid to hurricane victims, a 120-count box of Crayola's different shades of blue, a donation made in their name to the Water Protector Legal Collective, the fall of capitalism, the removal of the devil. So my work is heavily influenced by current events, and the poems in this book have a lot of rage because I'm talking about the destruction of something that I love, which is like, the earth and brown people. And so I invite you all to also write about something you love. However, instead of focusing on rage, I want you to focus on the beauty of that thing and what you love about it and how you want to protect it. So think about the world before the pandemic and what bothered you about it. And then in your poem, write about how you want to see things differently after this pandemic is over, if it's ever over. I want you to imagine the world you want to create. So reimagine the future now that things are so open and we have a chance to really change things. What would you like to change? What does the future look like? And then the third part of this writing prompt is action, right? Because it's nice to write and writing is great, but it goes really well when you put something into the world behind it. So I invite you to join Southern Sector Rising on Wednesday for our Earth Day action to bring justice to Shingle Mountain, to the community that is blighted by Shingle Mountain. We'll be online, so please find us, join us, help us call out the mayor, write poems, and fight for the world you want. Thank you.